So I've been working with Rio now for just over 3 years. We chose Rio as the result of an RFP that we went through with multiple agencies in the industry. Conversion.com are up there as one of the big ones, which I'm sure everybody has heard about. And after a full assessment, looking at the way that Rio would approach our CRO strategy and the ideation that they came up with, was more impressive than the others that we saw. The initial relationship, starting with Rio, which is something that they introduced that we didn't have previously, was the strategy sessions. So that started off with obviously an in-depth overview of our analytics, and that continued on an ongoing basis, not just at the start of or once every quarter, but monthly, weekly, looking into our data, into our analytics, understanding the performance of all the tests that were being run, deep dives into our Adobe package, into our session cam, which we had at the time, and really having that structure to review ongoing performance. And then off the back of that, what I really liked was building and ideating follow-ups from each experiment that we were running, so that we weren't just concluding one experiment and then moving on to the next one on the roadmap. We'd actually end up having higher priority tests that were as a result of the previous ones that we'd run. And that allowed us to keep iterating quite quickly. Personally, working with Rio myself, it's been more of a collaborative process. I think what's really great is to, at some point, to lean on Rio for that direction, given their expertise and the broad knowledge they have within the retail sector, but also in enabling us to apply different learnings from other industry sectors as well to the retail sector, which can sometimes obviously be key insights that we wouldn't have otherwise got if we hadn't have worked with an agency such as Rio. One of the greatest benefits of working with Rio is definitely the momentum at test velocity and the results that we've achieved. We've had some really good wins. They're always keen to want to work with us to deliver good results. That sums it up for me, really. And I think that's really important that, that is the focus, because at the end of the day, we're all looking for success, and Rio is centered around that success. Rio were about understanding our business KPIs, what we wanted to achieve from our optimization program. And this was all documented, and we ran through it in depth together. That ranged from how we want our testing tool to be set up, understanding the customer journey across our site as well. And I think that they were looking to try and fill the gaps that were missing at the time. And for me, there was a few gaps that needed filling, and Rio was looking to understand what those gaps were and then attack them full on. Rio's optimization services are very in depth. They cover everything from, as I say, onboarding a client who perhaps isn't so well up to speed with CRO in the modern digital world, to a really advanced expert in their field. Rio has the capability to bring businesses up to the next level and in their maturity program. Rio has really helped us accelerate on our knowledge of CRO and the business's knowledge of CRO and optimization, experimentation. I think just by being present in the day-to-day, being present in terms of the structure of regular business reviews, making sure that sort of senior stakeholders are aware of everything that's going on, and that we're adhering to their objectives as well. And that's enabled us to really gain visibility within the business. I think for me, just having the confidence to talk about what we're doing is something that has been really positive as well. There has been many different sessions that we've held collectively, and I've then been able to take away and present to the business all the great work that we're doing, and the interest that's shown that people weren't aware of previously in terms of what we actually do within optimization, I think has sort of shined a light on it now. And everybody's got super excited about optimization. They're feeding in new ideas, and I think that's been credit to the great things that we've been able to share having worked with Rio. as a non-technical person myself, that has been one of the areas that we've leaned on quite heavily on the development side. The knowledge of tools, I've worked across multiple tools, and Rio have had the knowledge to implement anything we've wanted to do on those tools, regardless of what they might be. And it doesn't just range from the testing tool vendor itself. It ranges from analytics software to user experience software, whatever it might be. The knowledge has been there and setting up however we might need things set up to be configured specifically to us. That's been achievable as well. Just the general expertise that they bring from having so much experience across different industries.